Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to hop on and we're gonna get started. Give y'all a few seconds. To hop on. Okay, I see a few of y'all on here. I think my computer is delayed when I go live. Okay, I see y'all hopping on here. Hey y'all, hey. If it is your first time catching me live, my name is Melanie Jerry Allen. I build, brand, and grow businesses through strategies, funnels, anything that is business related that you need, the marketing mindset, all of those good things. So tell me what y'all sell in the comments. Tell me what y'all sell in the comments. I have y'all put up on my phone too, so I'll be able to see the comments. Okay, tell me what y'all sell. Okay, so I also told y'all I'm going to give y'all a little bit of housekeeping before we dive in, and I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time. I know some of you are at work. Hey, Kiana. I know some of you are at work, and I want to give y'all some gems, some lunch break gems. So tell me what y'all sell in the comments. And housekeeping, guys, I am going to be bringing back these trainings. I typically go live on TikTok and on my personal page at least once a week, but I got this whole group right here, so I'm gonna come and start dropping some sauce for you guys. Hey Ashley, hey Kiana, hey Andrika. Okay, so I see y'all starting to comment. So today's topic, because I see this so much when I'm talking to my clients and I'm doing clarity calls, a lot of people say, I'm scared to show up because I am an introvert. I don't like talking to people. It's outside of my comfort zone. Hey Lillian, it's outside of my comfort zone, and it makes me uncomfortable to have to get out and talk to people. It makes me nervous, right? So from one introvert to the next, I get it. I can go live and talk to y'all all day. However, when it's time to go to networking events, I am not the person that's going to go and hand my card out to everybody. That's not me. I don't like being the center of attention when we're in public either, right? So I get it. So I'm going to give y'all some tips on things that you can do. Hey, Latasha, I'm going to give y'all some tips on things that you can do to get sales as an extrovert. And these are things that are tried and true. I've done them. My clients have done them. And they work whether you're product-based or service-based. Okay? So the first thing, and y'all know I always say this in every strategy, in every live, it's going to be your target audience. You have to know who it is that you're talking to. Okay? Everything that you do marketing wise, sales wise, showing up online, offline, no matter if you're doing pop-up shops, guys, you have to know who your audience is. Have you ever went to a pop-up shop? If you're product based, have you ever went to a pop-up shop and you sold out? You like, yes, play Kendrick Lamar, Money Trees, this is it, it's going down. But then you go to another one and it's like crickets. And if you think back as to why that was, if you've ever experienced that, it's because of the difference in the audiences. The difference in the audiences. So guys, this is huge in any business, and I know y'all hear it all the time, but it's super important. You have to know who your audience is. Everybody is not your customer. You have to know the psychographical traits of who you sell to. So if you get an opportunity to speak in front of 1,000 people, you're not going to come talk about something random. You're going to ask questions. You're going to want to know, how long do you have to talk? How many people are going to be there? Is it going to be small groups? What's the setting? Is there a dress code? Are there specific things they want you to talk about? Like these things matter. If you sell vitamins and they ask you to come and talk about vitamins and health and wellness, you wouldn't get on the stage and randomly just be like, y'all, I love this cup. I bought this cup. Like, they're going to be looking at you like, what are you talking about? And you're going to feel like I really messed up, right? So when you are running your business, we cannot mass market to people. We cannot. You have to have an ideal client. Does that mean that people who aren't in this little bubble, so to speak, that we create, does that mean that people outside of that won't shop with you? No, it doesn't. They will, but they're going to be attracted to your messaging. You may get somebody that's in a different age group than what you're targeting. That's okay. You may get somebody in a different demographic. You may get somebody who has a different interest, but they're still interested in purchasing. It's because we have to put our marketing message, it has to be centered around the people that we serve. Another example is, where do y'all see Life Alert commercials? Do y'all ever see them on Nickelodeon? Do you see them often on like Disney Plus? You see them, first of all, who uses Life Alert? Mostly people who are elderly or disabled. And they really hone in on the elderly people, right? Hey, Ebony, they really hone in on the elderly people. So this means that they're targeting channels on TV to put their commercials where elderly people are watching those. You're not going to see a lot of Life Alert commercials on Disney and Nickelodeon. Okay? Their audience, they may hang out there if they watch their grandkids. However, they know that they already know where their audience is hanging out. Okay? Does this make sense? Drop me a 1 in the comments if this makes sense. We have to know who we're talking to so that all of our marketing efforts can make sense to our audience. Does this make sense? Somebody tell me in the comments. Drop me a 1 or say yes in the comments. Drop me a 1. Hey, y'all. I'm just now seeing y'all's comments. Hey. Okay, thank y'all for the ones. Hey, Eva. Hey, y'all. I didn't know this many of y'all was on here. Hey, y'all. Okay. So the next thing is you have to you have to tap into your soft skills. Your soft skills are the type of language and communication that you use. The language and the communication. I want you to think of things that you say as a person, because a lot of us show up as the person who we feel like, or the professional we feel like the people want to see. As a business owner, we try to go, instead of being our authentic selves, we tap into, if this was my job, my 8 to 5 job. Hey, Miss Ely, if this was my 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, you know, we all got that professional voice. Y'all know what professional voice I'm talking about. We all have a professional voice. But instead, as a business owner, you can talk exactly how you talk. We can't show up as what we think people want to see from us, because what happens is it becomes a persona that we have to keep up, and it's not natural. It's not natural. Okay? So guys, who are you as a person? Your vibe that you put out is going to attract your tribe of people. I'm from Central Texas. I know I sound country as hell. I say ain't, I say y'all. It's several things that I say that I thought were normal, but my assistants who are from up north and from the East Coast always tell me, like, what is that? What are you talking about? Or I say certain things and they sound extremely country. I never knew that about me. However, there are going to be some people in my audience who either love that I sound country. I went live on Instagram and this lady was like, ma'am, you sound like you are like from far deep south. And I'm like, I'm from Texas. Like, duh, what y'all expect? But there are also going to be some people who either love it or they're going to either hate it. And that's okay, because everybody's not our customer. Okay? Everybody is not our customer. And Drika said, I was about to say I'm done with the fake voice. Y'all know that professional voice I'm talking about. When you answer the phone, it end up being something real important. And you, yes, this is she. How are you? Y'all know that fake voice we all got. So, guys, authenticity sales. You want to use the same language that you use when you talk in regular conversation, because online, hey Yana, remember online, we're all of our content is conversational, and your target audience is always a form of you, whether it be who you used to be, who you are currently, or who you're becoming. Your target audience is 99% of the time going to be some form of you. Hey y'all, I'm trying to read read the comments and read them from my phone. I can't see them on my computer. So guys, I want y'all to understand why this is so important, and I also understand why it's challenging as an introvert, because a lot of times as introverts we feel like we weren't the most like popular people in social circles, even in school, even growing up. Some of us just feel like we weren't the most popular people, right? And that's okay, but it also makes some of us feel like we fear that rejection. We fear that rejection. We fear making mistakes. We fear showing up because we're like, I don't want to feel judged, right? Sometimes it comes from the childhood trauma, business trauma, being burned by different people. Like, I just want you guys to understand that you can show up as your true authentic self and you can get sales. I tell y'all this, all the time. So guys, the other part to this, hey y'all, hey, thanks for hopping on. The other thing of what the flip side of this coin is what not to do. Your pages need to be set up for success. Okay? You need to have a real profile picture on your pages. Not a cartoon, not your logo. Let people see, hey Brianna, hey Lakitha. You need to let people see who you are. It's too many scamming, spamming, all that stuff going on. You can already be a step ahead of the game when you have your real self as a photo, whether it's you outside, whether it's you in a professional setting. It just needs to be you. Let us see what personal brand we're buying from. Okay? You also need to have a description of what it is that you do. That's great that you're a mom, but that's not relevant to your audience. That's great that you have a degree or whatever other accomplishments that you have. That's amazing. And congratulations, I'm happy for you. However, this might sound a little harsh. Your target audience is not there for that. They're coming to your page because they've seen an ad, they've seen you in a group, somebody has referred them, maybe you popped up on a timeline with a good piece of content. They're coming to see what it is that you offer. So those things are not relevant to them. Does this make sense, y'all? Drop me a 2. Hey, Miss Nina. Hey. I want you guys to understand that some of these things are not helping your know, like, and trust factor. Okay? We also do not want, y'all, I still see these things in the group and I hate them because they do not help. The follow train threads. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because now it's messing up your algorithm because you have all of these people following you that you're probably not going to engage with. 9 times out of 10, they're on there to get followers as well. So they're not a potential buyer from you. Hey, Asia. Okay. It's just messing up your algorithm. Pushing you down in the algorithm, right? It looks good now, but next month when they're not liking 5 posts, because that's what the follow train thread said, it's going to be more hurtful than helpful. The other thing, tagging 50 to 99 people in a post. Listen, if people, not even if they remove themselves from the post, but if they mark it as spam, this is going to push you down in the algorithm, and if you keep repetitively doing it, they're going to put you in jail on whatever social media platform that you're on. So it's not producive for you to do those things. The goal on social media is to be social. It's to build lasting relationships. It's to be conversational. And when you have a personal brand, we can't keep leaving out the personal part. You have to show up as you. You have to have conversational content, okay? You have to lead with value. Think about how your products or services fit into your audience's lives. Think about when they're using what it is that you offer. Okay? If you sell hair, why are they wearing hair? Are they going to work? Hey, Miss Brenda, are they going to work? Are they going on vacation? Are they going outside? Is this going to be their everyday wig, everyday bundles? Think about why people buy from you. And you want to make some content pieces based on that. Based on that. Okay? Think about who uses it, what they're using it for, how they use it, when they use it, why they're using it. Because a lot of times we're feeling like our content is hit or miss, and it's because we're simply telling our audience what we want them to know, not actual helpful information that's going to push them through our buying funnel, right? Now, the next thing is providing that good content. This is how you establish yourself as a resource. Think about how many people you see tagged. If somebody says, who is a business coach? You see maybe the same 5 to 10 people tagged. Who has good bundles? Same 5 to 10 people tagged. Who has good hair? Who has, y'all, I'm looking for candles and I don't want to go to Bath and Body Works. You always see the same people tagged. And one thing that all of those people who are tagged, one thing that they all have in common is the way that they have established themselves as a resource. And you'll also see that they monetize the whole platform. I say this all the time and people still do not listen. What I mean when I say monetize the platform, hey Kiki, what I mean when I say monetize the platform, I mean if you're using Facebook, go live, do reels, do posts, do stories. If you sell products, use marketplace, use groups. Think about how people use social media. Think about how people use social media. Sometimes, think about when you go down the rabbit hole of reels. Think about that within itself. When you are watching reels, you just start scrolling. Before you know it, you're in the rabbit hole of watching reels, right? I want you to think about that. Sometimes when you in the stories, you letting them roll. You just in the stories. When you're scrolling the timeline, you're scrolling the timeline, right? Same thing for marketplace. Monetize all areas of the app. Just because you use it a certain way, especially if your audience is consumers, okay, people who aren't business owners, they're on social media for a very different reason than you are as the business owner. Okay? This means that you have to monetize the whole app. And for those of you who have creator mode and you getting stars and all of those things, that's great. Congratulations. But don't forget that you still have a business to run. I love the fact that we can get paid for content, but let's go viral about our businesses. Okay, let's go viral for that. I'm here for it, right? Now, when you are providing good information to your audience, this attracts customers to you. Okay? This positions you to build more content because now people are responding, and this is positioning you to get more followers. Okay? Content is king. Content is king. Even the social media knows this, right? That's why as businesses, they're now paying us for our content. Right? They want us to show up. But you have to make sure that you're tapped into your audience, so when you tap in, you can get paid from being on social media and posting, and from your business. Okay, and from your business. So I'm going to give y'all a few content pieces. So if you're taking notes, get your tablet, your pen and pad, your typewriter, whatever. Hey, Miss Lorraine, so y'all can write these down. I'm going to give y'all a few pieces of content that typically do well across the board. Okay, so a pro tip: mixing these things with relevant content. So relevant content is related to your niche, your lifestyle, and also the trends. So if you'll be using this content with reels, hey Brianna, if you'll be using this with reels, make sure that you use trending sounds. Trending sounds, okay? How do you know if something's trending? Scroll down Facebook, scroll down TikTok, scroll down Instagram. You'll hear those sounds repetitively if they're trending, okay? We got it? Drop me a 3 if y'all ready for the content pieces. Drop me a 3 if y'all ready for the content pieces. So I cannot see y'all comments. Are y'all dropping 3s? Let's see. Hey, Ebony, my assistant is on here. Oh, I see him. Everything is so delayed. Y'all probably been commenting. Sorry. Okay, so the first piece of content is behind the scenes. This is a look into your business and your life. Remember that as a business owner, your personal life is now intermingled with your business credibility. Okay, so a look behind the scenes. Hey Brandy, a look behind the scenes lets people know what you're doing behind the business. We can't just be saying buy this, look at this new thing. Talk about if you just got inventory in, do an unboxing. If you're shipping orders, show us what that looks like. Okay, headed to the post office, show all your orders that you're shipping. Hey, we just got more inventory in. I want y'all to unbox this with me. Okay, behind the scenes. If you take admin days, like I always recommend for my clients, if y'all are taking admin days, definitely record what you're doing behind the scenes. What does it look like for you to plan content? What does it look like for you to do, like, plan out your reels? If you have any bloopers for your reels, those are really good to post as well. Okay, now 2, industry related topics. Industry related topics. As a person who is in whatever industry you're in, we expect to get the most updated, newest news about your industry from you. If y'all remember when Facebook first started giving out the monetization option, what was the first thing I went live about? The rules, what you needed to do in order to get monetized, how to keep your monetization from being taken away. How did I know? Because they took mine away. I went to Facebook jail, they took mine away. Hey Dominique, so I went live and I gave the keys that you needed to know for Facebook and Instagram and getting monetized for free. Okay, now the third one is case studies. Case studies typically do well. Why? Because they're showing transformations, they're showing progress. What does this mean? This means that you're showing how somebody else's experience was shopping with you. This can be a before and after. This can be a text message, an email. Okay, this can be a video. But you want to show how someone else's experience went while they were working with you. This is super valid because think about your friend. I want you to think about 2 people. Person 1 will tell you, girl, you tried this new restaurant? Girl, they real good. And because you trust their opinion, you're going to be like, ooh, let me go over there. This on my to-do list. This on my calendar. I'm going to go try it, right? Person 2 may tell you something, or they may tell you about a different restaurant, but if they haven't really built that trust, you may say, I don't know, I'll try it eventually. But if person 1, if they've been consistent with showing you consistent results, consistent case studies, giving you a consistent review and actual true reviews about something, you would trust them enough to go try it. Same thing works online. When you're buying something from somebody and they're being honest, they're being upfront, and they're telling you the truth about people's experiences, they're showing you behind the scenes, they're giving you a good content mix, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to pull out your card and swipe it, right? Because that trust is there. That trust is there. Okay? Now, where was I at? That was number 3. So number 1 was behind the scenes. Number 2, industry related topics. Number 3 is case studies. Number 4 is how-tos or steps on how to do something. This is a tutorial. If you are a product or a service-based business, you need to be able to show tutorials on how to achieve something. If you sell wigs, how do we blend the lace with the skin? If you sell candles, how do we trim the wicks? If you do parties or balloon arches, show us a smile hack for how we make it last the whole party. I went to a party, the balloon arch fell over and the lady was like, she was already gone. So what would something be that I could do to prevent that from happening? Show us how you blow up the balloon, like a little tutorial. How do you fill those big balloons with things? Anything can be a tutorial or a how to accomplish one quick win. Builds massive trust in your audience. If you sell hair, how do we store the hair between uses? Okay, if you sell clothes, how do I need to wash this sweater? How do I need to wash it? What if I wash it hot? Is it going to shrink? Telling people these things before they purchase. Okay, how to do something or tutorials. Number 5 is niche related terms or definitions. Remember, you're the industry expert. So if I come out here talking about, y'all, today we're going to talk about the psychographics, the demographics, I use those terms, but every time I break them down. Your psychographics is what? If you've been following me, you better know this answer. Your psychographics is what? Who your audience is, what they're interested in, what they drink, where they eat, how they shop. We have to be able to break down these words so that our audience can understand what we're talking about. They're not the expert. They're not the expert. What's the difference between a soy candle and a regular wax candle? Why is soy better? Because you can tell me soy is better, but we need to know why so that I can feel like I'm making a good decision purchasing with you, okay? Now, number 6 is common mistakes and pitfalls. You can profit from other people in your industry's mess ups. You can profit from your audience's pain points, so to speak. Letting people know where something went wrong, how to avoid going wrong, or how to even fix something that went wrong helps tremendously. Tremendously, okay? Number 7, frequently asked questions. My rule of thumb is if 2 different people ask you the same question, it needs to be turned into content. They're not the only 2 people who have been thinking about that question. Sometimes people in your audience have questions, but they're not quite sure how to say them. They're not sure of the terminology. Sometimes they're like, I just don't want to look stupid if this is something I don't know. So they'll be quiet. But you can make them feel comfortable by answering those questions ahead of time. Building massive trust. Building massive trust. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. Brenda said, you give out so good information for free. You will always be blessed. Oh, thank you. I try to, y'all. The next one, number 8, rules, regulations, and changes. This may or may not apply to every niche. Like if you have candles, you may not have like rules and like state regulations, different things like that. However, the person who does taxes, or maybe a service-based business, or maybe the person who's buying their hair from overseas to sell to you, they may have to let you know rules, regulations, and changes. Now, every business should have their own rules and regulations as far as business hours, when you work, when you don't work, things like that, right? And those need to be communicated as well. Number 9, what have you learned and how can you turn that into your expertise? If you have learned anything new within your business since day one you opened, it could have been you learned how to love and trust yourself. Your audience needs to hear that. Your audience needs to hear that. And it's telling your story. And this is one of my favorite things to talk about as well. You know why? Because by the time somebody else or that person who ain't never liked you decides to tell your audience something and be like, well, you know, she did this, this, and this. If you've already told your story, they're going to be like, and she told us already. If somebody said, Melanie got a whole bunch of kids and she used to be on all the public assistance, you're going to be like, that's not news. She told us that already. She's a high school dropout. She got her GED. She told us that already, right? So keep that in mind. When you tell your story and tell how you've overcame things, your audience is already going to be like, okay, this not news. Okay. So guys, the other thing is relevant quotes. And when I say quotes, these aren't something that you go to Google and be like, I need a girl boss quote. This is something that truly motivates you. This could be an affirmation. This could be a quote. This could be something motivational or inspirational to your audience. My rule of thumb is if it inspires me, it'll connect with someone from my audience as well. Okay? Y'all got these? I gave y'all 10 different content pieces. Content pieces. Hey, Diamond. I hope I said your name right. Lorraine said, what's the best way to tell your story? Video, live, etc. Either way, you can go live. You can make a post. That part is up to you. I will tell you this. Y'all know I'm a fan of repurposing content. If you told your story this month on live, make it a reel next month. Give us a summary. The month after that, make it into the story. Like, you can always repurpose good content. If y'all got the content pillars, drop me a 4. Y'all got the content pillars, drop me a 4. Drop me the 4s. Drop me the 4s. drop me some fours. Now, because we are coming up on tax season, I want to let you guys know, if y'all don't know, I've been doing taxes for a couple of years. I just hadn't said it publicly, but the most common thing I see is that a lot of business owners are not sure what the write-offs are. And I want you to be able to get the max back, because a lot of y'all are missing money because you're not sure what the write-offs are. So y'all, I made a whole list of tax write-offs. Okay, I made a whole list. And I think the only reason why I came out and said it this year is because I don't know, I guess it's just because I am now, like, I teach people how to show up in their tax businesses. So guys, I'm gonna give y'all a very quick, simple list. I'm gonna leave this up in case some of y'all need to come back and write this down. But if you work from home, if you have a home office, it can be a small space, it counts. So your rent or mortgage is part of, not the whole thing, but a percentage is a write-off. Okay, a percentage of this is a write-off. So when you go to your tax preparer, they're going to need to know the total square footage of your home and the cost of your rent, and they are going to have to do some calculations, but a part of that is going to be a write-off. Okay, we got that part. Any ads that you ran for your business this year is a write-off. Any influencers you've paid, any print that you've done, so brochures, flyers, things for pop-up shops, those are now tax write-offs. Okay? Bank fees. If you have a business bank account and you use the ATM, your ATM fees are write-offs. Your annual fees, if you paid any late payments, card processing fees, monthly service fees from your business accounts, merchant account fees, so Square, Stripe, PayPal, whoever you use, those fees that they take out from every transaction, it's a tax write-off. So go back, calculate those, see how many transactions you had. Those are write-offs. Okay, if you've gotten any business license or permits, write-offs. Any communication type things that you've gotten, so this is an answering service, cell phone, landline, subscriptions for communication, so like Google Voice, if you pay for that on a monthly basis, those are tax write-offs. Another one is consulting. So if you got any financial consulting, general consulting, if you got marketing consulting, if you pay for mentorship or business coaching, those are tax write-offs. Those are tax write-offs. Okay, all of my marketing students at the end of the year, okay, are going to get forms, because I want you to be able to get your write-off. Every business consultant, business coach, mentor, whatever you booked, they should be giving you the proper documents so that you can take advantage of the tax write-off, so that you can get the maximum amounts on your tax returns. Okay, any books, supplies, online courses, program fees, trainings, workshops, materials and supplies, some labor costs, any memberships, monthly or annual subscriptions that you got, equipment rentals, if you rent a payment processor, if you process through your bank, that they're charging you to rent their processing equipment, tax write-off. Okay, gifts provided to vendors, customers, clients, anything like that, you can deduct $25 per person every single year off of your taxes. What's another one? A big one is meals. If you go out to eat for, let's say you have a small team and you pay for their lunch at a restaurant, if you ate with a client or customer and you covered the tab, those are write-offs. Okay, so let me think, anything I'm missing. If you have workers' comp, liability, general insurance, those things for business can also be write-offs. Trying to think, is there anything on here that I'm not covering? Rent, utilities in your home office, delivery items such as water, coffee, supplies, ink, paper, what else? If I want to write out this stapler because it was $19 at Office Depot, I can. So guys, I'm saying this because I want you to understand how many like, how many of you knew that all of these things were tax write-offs as the business owner? How many of you knew that these were tax write-offs? Let me know in the comments. Miss Ely said, what if I'm using an extra line from my business phone with my personal phone? Can you still write a part of that off? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And Drika said, sounds like everything. No, facts. Okay, facts. Because y'all know Uncle Sam is going to want his piece of the pie, right? I want you guys to understand that you need to maximize and get every tax write-off that you can. Okay? Don't just be giving away money. Okay? This is, your tax return can be invested back into your business. It can be spent however you want to spend it, obviously. However, I just want you guys to understand that you need to get the max back. So if you were my client this year and you decide to come to, we're going to be Hype Tax Services, but if you decide to come to Hype Tax Services, you get a discount because I'm already, like, I'm going to be one of your write-offs. So we help you with that as well. Someone asked another question. Vehicle usage. Y'all, I made, like, when I say I made a huge list of and compiled everything. Let me see what I have under vehicles, because y'all, there's so much under here that I have that I've been teaching about. Hold on, let me see. How many of you are e-commerce businesses as well? While I answer her questions. Vehicle uses, auto expenses, for if you have a car for your business in your business name. This also, your car payments, depending on the state, because I'm in Texas, and if you buy a new car, they don't really give us back that much, but you have other states who give you back a lot. So your mileage, you can get a partial write-off for your mileage, your car payments, insurance, gas, depreciation if the vehicle is owned, not if you're making payments, parking, tolls, Department of Motor Vehicle fees, and also some maintenance and repairs can be write-offs for your business. Okay. Another thing is, okay, Lorraine said e-commerce. Hey y'all. Okay, Miss Nina said, I knew that I charge all of my business expenses to my business credit card. It helps me keep track of business expenses. I write off dining room area since it's specifically for my business. Absolutely. Does consultation write-off count if you got coaching from someone out of your business field? Yes. Yes, absolutely. It absolutely does. Any type of coaching, marketing coaching, finance coaching, business credit coaching, any of those things count as tax write-offs, guys. They count as tax write-offs, okay? Now, if you are a e-commerce business, y'all get a little bit more write-offs than us good old service-based businesses do, okay? So let me see, because I lost my place. If you are e-commerce and you pay for cybersecurity, equipment and asset maintenance, inventory, so like damage, theft, the post office lost it, packaging, permits and licenses such as DBA, LLCs, platform payments and subscription, Shopify, Etsy, returns or refunds, shortages, transaction costs, credit card processing, okay, things like that, website being built, WordPress, Wix, Shopify, all of these are tax write-offs. If you are e-commerce based, all of these are tax write-offs for your business. Y'all got it? All of these are tax write-offs. Okay? Now, I want to encourage you guys to pay, if you have, let me say it this way, if you have business credit, you definitely need to get a business credit card. Why? Because it makes it so much easier for your tax preparer. This is something that I thought more people knew, so I hadn't really talked about it, honestly. But now that I'm like actively telling more people that I do taxes, I'm now seeing that a lot of people don't know some of these things. So a way to pay your bills, if you have established business credit and you have a business credit card, when you pay your bills for your business, you need to be using your credit card. No matter if it's shipping orders, no matter if it's your website, use your business credit card. Why? Number one, the company has the liability. So if there comes a time where you're overcharged, where something goes wrong, the liability for this is not on you. Okay, no credit card company holds the person liable for things like that. The credit card company is liable. Versus if you pay with your debit card. If you pay with your debit card, you're now liable. You always pay things, and I mean everything, for your business with the business credit card, and you pay it off. The goal is to pay it off in full every month so you can keep boosting your business credit score and keep it high. So I want y'all to know this. I want y'all to understand this. Okay? Now, we got this. Great info. Thank you. We got this. If y'all have it, drop me an emoji. Your favorite emoji. Drop me an emoji if you got this. Now, let me say this. I am running a special. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm not a fan of sales, and I even tell my clients to be very strategic with how you run sales. Okay? I'm running a sale on 50% off of our incubator program. If you're my friend on my personal page, y'all know I'm always posting testimonials. I'm always posting results from previous clients. They're always tagging me. You see their wins a lot. So with this program, I'm currently offering it for 50% off. There's only 13 spots left. We start December 1st. We have payment plans. It is a 8-week program. We're going to cover everything that your business needs. You don't need a fancy rebrand. You don't need to keep relaunching. You don't need to keep redoing your logo. You don't just need ads to scale. You need to truly establish yourself in the marketplace organically before you can start running ads. So we're going to teach you how to show up with your content. We're teaching you how to properly position your brand communication, your unique selling point. We're going through everything that you need, including giving you rinse and repeat strategies that you can use. This is how people come from my programs, and then you see like one of my students made 15K one week and like 54K the next week. One of them made like 10, her goal was 10K for the month. She did it in like 2 weeks. Like, this is the program where people actually walk away from their jobs. And we just added advertising to the very last course, that the very last part that you'll take is after we teach you and work with you on building your brand, you now learn how to run ads. You now get an advertising specialist to come in and help you run ads for your business. These are the things that you need to grow. I don't want you guys to next year be in the same space saying this is great info, but you have a notebook full of notes. I need you guys to execute. I need you guys to get results, and I need you to show up. We have to conquer and tackle some fears and the lack of strategy and why you can't execute, and you have to learn how these things apply to your business. So if you guys are interested in this program, you guys have to let me know, and then we can hop on a free consultation call if you want to, but so you can get more information. But we also have a landing page about this. I just want you guys to understand what it is going to take for you to win in your business. I want you to understand, and I want you to be able to execute. I always tell people I'm not your first coach, but more than likely I'm about to be your last, because I'm not going to play when it comes to your business. I also have assistants. I posted it in the comments. Let's see if I can pin it. I also have assistants who are here to support you throughout our journey together. We want to know what your goals are. We want to know the different things that you're working on so that we can help you stay accountable. Okay? So that we can help you stay accountable through this process. Okay? So if you are interested and you feel like, okay, she knows what she's talking about, and I need all of these things. I need to know the tax write-offs. I need to know how these things apply to me. I need to know how to show up for my brand. Then you need to click that link and we can book a free call. It's only going to be 50% off this one time. I don't think I'm ever going to run this sale again. Just because I'm just not for this particular program. But I hope you guys enjoyed this lunch and learn. I'll be in here every week doing a lunch and learn between 12 and 1 o'clock. And I'll always send you guys a text message out as well. So the text list is in the pinned post at the top of the group. If you guys would like to join my text messaging list, we also send out marketing tips, things like that. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for spending some time with me today and coming to learn. This replay will stay up for a while in the group, but I appreciate y'all and I hope that y'all have a prosperous day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Miss Bree. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye y'all. See y'all later.